to Christchurch where a state of emergency still exists. A Civil Defence update at 4 p.m. listed 30 properties as having been flooded above floor level, with a further 27 having been affected with flooding above foundation level. A large number of properties have had raw sewage wash over them as drainage systems simply couldn't cope with the volume of water. While the situation is easing, high tide is right about now, and over the next hour or so that may push more water out of the Heathcote River into the areas most severely flooded over the weekend. Our reporter Conan Young joins us now live from beside the river. Hi Conan.
Hi John. Hey, listen, high tide is right now, actually 5:08 p.m. I'm looking at the river now. It's about where you'd probably expect to see it at this time, if there hadn't been floods. However, authorities are saying it won't be until 6:30 tonight that they'll actually know whether or not this river is going to cause more problems for people along the street. This is Clarendon Terrace, where I visited earlier today, and spoke to a number of residents here who were badly flooded, sleep-outs and whatnot, garages, etc., all flooded. They told me they were less than impressed with what the council had been doing to try and prevent this flood from happening.
John Woodward didn't have time to remove his things from his garage before close to a metre of water entered it on Friday night, submersing everything inside.
We haven't been here that long, and most of it, what we have is stored.
So you hadn't unpacked yet?
Well, we've got nowhere to put anything. This is an older house with not much storage. Yeah. A lot of it is stuff like the kids' toys when they were little, and books, and it's all been underwater. You're going to take it to the dump.
Because this area is a known flood risk, John Woodward's insurer requires him to pay a $2,000 excess before it will contribute towards replacing any damaged goods.
If it's going to cost me less than $2,000 to fix it up myself, I'm not going to claim.
So that's $2,000 that has to come out of your pocket potentially.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But if I made the claim, that would be the case as well.
And so, given that obviously this is a known area, isn't it? The insurers are certainly aware of it. What's your take on how the council has done at preventing this?
Well, the council. They can't be blamed for making the wrong decision if they don't make a decision.
Bruce Kane is also unhappy with the council around what he says is its lack of action on preventing flooding in the area.
So, we've got to wait to get that drained out now.
And so it's made the bearers quite damp.
Well, the bearers damp. I mean, they'll dry out because there's natural draft that goes under the house, but there's actual water there's polythene on the ground, and there's water on top of that. So, we've got to wait. You can't. It's only probably an inch or so deep now, but you can't pump it out because you ain't get a pump that'll pump out that. The only way you can do it is take the polythene out and let it naturally drain out and then redo it again.
There's a definite smell, isn't there?
You can smell it, yeah. Well, I mean, of course, it's all contaminated. That's the problem, It's all contaminated. I mean, look at all that stuff there. Yeah, it's everywhere. Still, that's what we're given, and I can assure you, I'm not very happy. I'm doing very hard here not to swear at you. I can assure you, because I'm usually pretty good at that. But no, that's the way it is, I'm afraid.
The last time Christchurch had flooding like this 3 years ago, the water made it all the way into Bruce Kane's home. This time it came as high as his outdoor table, flooding his sleep-out and garage, but stopping short of coming indoors. However, the home's bearers got wet, and the rotten smell that hangs in the air outside has also made it indoors.
Kids come out from Germany, sitting up here. So, what do you do?
Since the floods of 2014, the Christchurch City Council has spent $25 million on flood protection works in and around the Heathcote River. It plans to spend a further $52 million before next winter. However, its drainage manager, Keith Davidson, says even after all of this work, there are no guarantees residents won't be flooded again.
There's always a bigger storm that could come. There's always a bigger tidal surge. So what we have to do is we have to try and predict for, the events that would happen in a sort of generational event. And that's what we're working very, very hard to achieve. So we can't give guarantees, but what we have seen is that, particularly since 2014, we have done a lot of work which has reduced flood risk.
The council will make a call tomorrow morning on whether to lift its state of emergency that has been in place since the weekend to help it deal with the floods. In Ōpawa for Checkpoint, ko Contamination.